I think when you start season and you have 3 games in a span of 5 or 6 days, then you're always anxious to see how your team's energy level is and conditioning, for that matter. I think we've gotten a pretty good grade with that. I definitely am very pleased with where we are at this point in the season, just physically and mentally. I mean, I like our energy. Lots and lots of room for improvement for this team, but that's what's exciting about it, is that it's the beginning of the year, and there's just lots of areas that I think we are playing well in, but I also think there's a whole lot of room for improvement. In particular, I do think that our guards are playing at a pretty high level right now. I think we have Brooke and Ariel set the tone for us, but I also think we have other guards. Jada played well today. LaShawn's continuing to play well. Shug has given us good minutes. So Callie comes in and gives us good minutes at the small forward position. So I do think that our guards are really setting a tone for us in the way that we're playing. And I'm fairly pleased. I mean, I'm going to nitpick quite a bit about our defense and our lack of in the second half. But, again, 3 games in a span of 6 days is it's tough. So I was pleased with how we finished today.
Coach, when you have a lot of games in that short amount of time, how do you try to balance making sure that everyone's prepared versus making sure that everyone is rested and has that energy?
Well, I've gotten a little less stubborn with that as I've grown older, and I did feel like we had a pretty good balance of film, practice, preparation. I mean, this was a really quick turnaround for us because we watched a lot of film Thursday on our own selves, so we didn't look at San Antonio as well as we probably should have. But again, it was a quick turnaround, and at this point, you just have to hope that your energy level can kind of carry you through that, which it probably did. But we weren't as prepared as we probably should have been defensively. So that's on me.
LaShawn could have gone back.
Yes.
And does this sort of prove, you've talked about taking on the role as a player. Jada only had 4 points before she went out. Does that tell you something as the games get tougher that she might be ready for that job?
I think she is ready. I mean, I definitely think that you have to credit Crystal for her performance tonight. I mean, I'm not going to try to take any away from her. She was very diligent about putting the ball in the hole, and it wasn't just the person that was guarding her, though. I mean, the help was late. We just kind of started standing around watching one person do whatever they wanted to do, and there wasn't a whole lot of help. And we talked about it in several timeouts where, I mean, when somebody shoots a layup, it's not just the person that's guarding them, it's everybody else. So, but to your point, yes, I do think LaShawn is prepared for that.
And so you pretty much think you're ready to move on to these Power 5 conferences?
We'll see. We'll see next week. I'm excited. I mean, the team's excited. I think that they get excited about playing. They like to play. They like the games a lot better than they like practice. So I know that they'll look forward to this trip.
Did Jada surprise you?
Nothing Jada does surprises me. I'll say that much. I see a whole lot of potential, and I always have in Jada, and she's got to realize her own potential.
What do you mean by that?
I think she, first of all, she's just a sophomore that didn't get a lot of playing time last year, and I think if she just works every day in practice and challenges herself to compete against the guys or against whoever she's playing against in practice, that it will prepare her, but she has the tools. It's just a matter of what's going on between those ears, and does she really believe she has the tools?
You think you're ready to take a bigger role?
I love challenges, so, I'm going to do whatever the team needs to win. Whether it's the little stuff or the big stuff.
What was your mentality for tonight?
Just win the game, try to get some stops, which we didn't do that good of a job. But, basically, I like to play defense, so just buy into that role.
does it motivate you? I mean, this, I think 10 McDonald's All-Americans on the team, and you're one of a few that was not. Does that intimidate or motivate or anything?
I think I come into practice every day with the mindset like I'm playing with the best, so just compete with them. Like if I can beat out the best, then I mean we can beat anybody in the country. So if everybody comes, like the people who aren't McDonald's All-Americans, we come in with that mindset, then we're gonna be unstoppable. So, and college is a whole new level, like a whole new playing field. So I think everybody came back even, you know, when we came back in here.
Look, what do you think? You've been around forever. What do you think of
The old lady, isn't she?
the teams playing, and obviously you've played in these kind of games and the next kind of games you're going to face very often. What's the state of the team right now?
I would have to agree with Coach on just where we are physically, mentally, and even our just excitement on the bench. I think as a whole right now we're in a better place than we have been in the past, and so I think just moving forward, just seeing what we're doing right now and looking forward to whatever we have coming up is going to be really exciting.
You guys had 30 points in the first quarter for the third straight game. How important is it to set the tone early?
That's one of the things Coach preaches a lot is to set the tone the first 5 minutes of the game. That's what we really value. And so we just kind of go out there every time and we tell ourselves, look, first 5 minutes is going to show us how the game goes. And that's what Coach always talks about. And so if we can get out going, then it's going to be a good night.
Anything else?
Coach, you talk about energy. There's a lot of excitement, a lot of celebrations that you see on the bench. How does that influence the play in the game?
I think it influences it a lot in a very positive manner. I mean, nobody wants to make a good play and look over and everybody's just sitting there. I think they feed off of each other. I do think that this team likes each other and they want to celebrate each other's accomplishments. I don't think we have selfish kids at all, and I think that's very contagious. You know, all positive aspects are negative also. I mean, things are contagious, and I think once they realize that that can be really fun, you know, and that once the buy-in happens, and I do think that they're trying really hard to buy into it, which is, you know, just give everything you have, and then somebody else can go in and do the same thing, and if they will celebrate each other's accomplishments, then we could have a really fun year.
Coach, you have a lot of shooters on this team. What effect does that have on the offense to have so many players that are confident taking the deep shot?
First of all, I would rather have that problem than the problem that we've had in years past where we haven't quite had enough. And I think that our team recognized that last year. We recognized it in recruiting, but also the current players that were returners recognized that they needed to get in the gym too and help us in that area. You know, I think that the only thing you have to be careful of about that is that you just don't shoot too quick, because sometimes the same shot will roll around after reversal and you'll get a rebound when, you know, if we shoot too quick sometimes, then we have no opportunity to get a rebound, so you have to make the shot, which we are making some, so that's a good thing. But I think we've got to get more patient. That's not even just one person in particular. I don't think that I could, you know, if it would be easier to fix probably if there was just one person shooting it every time they got it. But I think they all just want to, they're all playmakers in a certain way, and I think that they all want to make a play that's positive for the team. I think we'll grow as far as, you know, what's a good shot and what's not. I think they'll learn that as they go along, and they'll learn tempo of a game. And actually, even when we talk about it in timeouts, as opposed to even 3 games ago in our first game when I don't even think they understood what I was talking about, I do think that tonight when I addressed it, they understood and they tried to make some changes. So I feel good about that. I mean, if they can start to see what's good and what's not, then they'll learn.
The freshmen looked pretty impressive tonight. How do you think that they've adapted to the college game so far?
Well, I mean, I think that they're learning. I think they have a long way to go defensively. They have a long way to go as far as sustaining defensive effort. I think they'll learn as they go along, but I still, everything is relative to where they were maybe 3 games ago or where they were a month ago. And I think they've made some significant strides in the last probably 3 weeks. And that's the key for freshmen, is to keep, trying to make strides. I think Jada would attest to this last year, that it took them a little bit longer to get to the place that maybe our freshmen are right now. Just the strides that you make as a freshman. And, I mean, sometimes it doesn't happen until Christmas, so I'm encouraged by them. I think that they're trying to learn. I think they've gotten to the point where they understand that they need to listen to their teammates, the ones that have been there and done it. So the processing is starting to happen for them. That's encouraging.
Coach, you have LSU and Washington coming up.
Mm-hmm.
How would we prepare for those two bigger challenges?
How will we?
Yeah.
Well, we'll get to work on Sunday. We're extremely excited about those two matchups. I mean, those are two really good programs that come from Power 5 conferences, where they'll come to Vegas expecting to win also. So, we'll start on Sunday preparing for LSU. We won't obviously think about Washington until after we play LSU, but I'm excited about that challenge. I mean, they're a great SEC team that I think the first thing off the bat is we'll see a completely different physicality than we've seen so far. So that will be quite a bit different. I think the pace of the way they play is quite a bit different than what we've seen. So I'm anxious. We've got to improve defensively quite a bit between now and Friday. So we're looking forward to it and looking forward to Vegas.
How would you like Jatari White's performance for the first 3 games?
I think Jatari's she's just kind of getting her feet wet. I mean, she hadn't played in a while, and she's anxious. So the thing I was encouraged so much about Jatari tonight was, and she didn't play much in the second half, but I thought that she kind of maxed herself out in her reps, and that's something that we've really focused on, is do your best. Try to get yourself out there and max out, and then somebody else will come in and give you a break. And I think that she really tried that tonight. I saw that in her, and I'm not sure Jatari's done that in a while, so she's learning. I mean, she's kind of where Audrey was last year, I think, where it's still all new to her, and the nerves and the anxiousness about playing is something that she's got to work herself out of. But I'm pleased with her. She's fine.
Anything else? What's everybody's favorite Thanksgiving food?
Dressing is mine.
Ham.
Turkey.
No. Turkey?
Mac and cheese.
Turkey. I like turkey and dressing together. Yeah. Who knows what they'll have in Vegas? Steak and potatoes, probably. I don't know. We'll find somewhere, though. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all.
Thank y'all.